happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. Today I'll be reviewing the Sony ICF-EX5MK2. I purchased this radio from eBay for a total of $141 from a Japanese seller. This radio has FM and medium wave and also a special Japanese only 6-band receiving mode. Look at the box, pretty simple. Picture of the radio on the front. Top against information, made in Japan. Back is all Japanese. I took the stuff out of the box already. First thing you get is a convenient carrying strap, which I'm going to install to handle the radio easier. It's a fairly good sized radio, about the size of the EP I own. It comes with a multitude of paperwork, all in Japanese. This one looks like a registration card. We get a informative sheet on care. These are always funny because they have cartoons in them. You don't look so happy. You don't look so happy. And definitely you don't look so happy. And yeah, these are really funny. Okay, so yeah, a little safety thing there looks like. And then we got a manual, which isn't going to do us any good. It's all Japanese. Showing you how to use the radio, where to put the batteries. Okay, so we'll go over the radio here. Just slide that aside. And we'll bring it out. There's the radio that was in the box. It was in bubble wrap. It was really basic wrapping. I was pretty surprised for such an expensive radio, but I'm guessing this radio in Japan isn't quite that expensive. So let's go ahead and go over some features right away. Dimensions, 10 inches long, 5.5 inches tall, and a depth of 2.25 inches. On top, we have an antenna for the FM, which extends out to 37 inches. Pretty impressive. On the front of the radio, we have a speaker that is 3.25 inches. Name, Sony, model number. We have a power on off switch. Okay, here we have this, Nikkei, I'm not saying that, or Nikkei, I don't know if I'm saying that right, 1 and 2. And it has 3 megahertz, 6 megahertz, 9 megahertz. This is only if you're in Japan. So this 6-station crystal tuning, this whole bandwidth on this display here is no good in America. But we do get the FM and AM. So our FM band goes from 76 to 108, and the medium wave goes from 530 to 1600 kilohertz. And it's nice evenly spaced there, if you noticed. I liked it a lot. Band control, medium wave, FM, and then the 2 Japanese channels there. Okay. Sync. This is really cool. This is for AM, the medium wave mode. You have a normal, which is normally perfect for tuning. And then if you're trying to tease out a station that's next to other ones, you can try going the lower band, sideband, and the upper sideband. And then once you're in those 2 modes, it syncs that station and locks it in. So if it tries to drift, it won't. This radio holds on to it. So this is really good. My EP, you know, stations drift away, and I'm like, dang, I listened to it for 15 minutes trying to get a call letter, and it just disappears. With this radio, it doesn't disappear. We have a high-low tone control. I'll be honest with you, this radio sounds only good in the high mode. Down the bottom here, we have synchronous detection, medium wave frequency linear scale. On the right side, we have a tuning wheel, which tunes very nice and smooth. We have a volume control, which is nice and, what do you call it? It has a real tight fit, so when you move it, it stays there. You can't bump it. Here we have an AM sensitivity. So we have a, what does it say there? Should be local. Can't read that there. Low and high. Okay, so it's high and low. So we'll leave it on high, of course. Earphone jack. Again, one of those radios where it's left ear only. I don't know why they brought that back. I don't know why they don't do, you know, both ears. But even on an expensive radio like this, I was surprised that was in there. DC in 6 volts inside. The bottom has 2 little feet. Of course, the radio is going to stand on its own. It's fairly large. On the back of the radio, we have a spot for the carrying strap. And I didn't mention here we have a spot for the carrying strap. little spot to pick up the antenna. We have two thumb screws for hooking up an AM external antenna, though I read that this does not disconnect the internal antenna when you hook it up. So for those who need to know that, here we got some branding, Sony model number. It takes 4C batteries behind the door there. I have them pre-installed. Make it easy for us. A little information about the radio. This is an AM powerhouse. So this whole video is going to talk about AM, and we'll only feature the AM medium wave frequencies on this radio. The FM is on par with, a strong portable, like I say a Sanjin SR35 or one of my Magnavoxes, or one of my better radios that pull in FM stations. So it's kind of equal to that. My Superadio is actually better on FM than this radio. But as far as AM goes, it's a little different story. This radio really is quite amazing on the medium wave, and I really haven't gone through the whole band, so this will be a first time together tonight. So we'll both share in that experience. So let's go ahead. I'm going to lower this down to make it easier for you to see what we're doing, and I'm going to just try to explain what I'm doing as we go. The internal antenna, I was told, is a 200 millimeter or almost 8-inch ferrite bar. Runs from here to here, so it has a similar antenna to the Superadio and the EPs, which is amazing. Love it. And we're going to go ahead and turn this on and find some stations. So we're going to start, of course, we're going to be on the medium wave tonight. Here's our sync. Lower, locks it in. Upper, depends on what part of the band it's in. Lower sounds better. I was going to tend to hold the station, stay locked on it, which is really cool. So I'm going to go back to normal when I'm searching. Another cool feature is the tuning indicators right on the marker. It's pretty neat.
EPI is manageable, so don't keep a lid on it. Go to identifyepi.com. Complete the simple. Brought to you by Apple.
The station here. Apparently couldn't pick it up.
We'll be back in studio and reacting to every moment of Super Bowl 52 from the kickoff to MVP. Golden Week on Monday from 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN2. All move through portions of western PA. Other states in the region to be affected, especially on today, depending upon your elevation, and that will extend all the way up into past New York City and into Boston later tonight. Today in LA, 62, Chicago 28, 47. Forecast from Revenue Radio. I'm meteorologist John Turner. Thanks so much, John. 866-90 right. 40 a.m. has available a few good hours of airtime for good programs to serve their community. For me to finally bring you flowers.
650 WSN.
The Patriots back. back to Super Bowls. And people who tell me that a quarterback doesn't matter, man, are you kidding me?
Secretary with the authority to reward good workers and to remove federal employees.
Efforts to undermine Special Counsel Robert Mueller's inquiry. Hundreds of Indiana's least documents.
Doesn't get any better than that. 740. Zoomer.
A graduate of Atlanta's Spelman College will soon be the nation's youngest black woman to own a marijuana dispensary. 25-year-old Hope Wiseman will open a medical cannabis dispensary this winter in her hometown area of Prince George's County, Maryland. Her Mary and Maine shop will offer marijuana classes and cooking classes. WSB News Time, 1:31.
Alexa, play WSB.
Here's your flash briefing from News 95.5 AM.
An ambitious new goal. Engage volunteers across the country to test 100,000 more streams for pollution.
And of course, its effects continue to be manifested today.
Breezy with periods of snow for Sunday, accumulations of an inch or two before changing late in the afternoon. Watch for slick travel, mainly in the morning, high 37. Partly sunny on Monday, brisk, colder, high 25. Mostly cloudy on Tuesday, not as cold, high 32. I'm Alicia Daniels, News Radio 810 and 103.1 WCBS. The Capital Region's breaking news, traffic, and weather station.
Message and data rates may apply.
If you're considering going back to school, ask yourself the following question. Do you need the flexibility to take classes on your schedule?
There you also find a video showing you how to make it happen. Again, WBAP.com/FM. Whether it's on our legendary 820 AM signal or now on the FM at 99.5 FM HD2, thank you for listening to WBAP.
If you have hard water, the lime scale not only leaves cold spots, it clogs pipes, breaks down appliances, costing you...
I'm going to try to look up some of these stations here and pop them up. Yeah, this is cool. Getting call letters, yay.
With hydrocare water products available from waste.
Slow, difficult process because it's a huge bureaucracy. I'm frustrated by it many times, and I look at this hospital that built in Denver that we have talked about many times.
There we go. Upper side band comes a little clearer.
It's frustrating to watch that process unfold
Try to
over
tune
a
out the
number
chirp.
of years. How we've delayed the care of new hospitals, the less clinical services for some veterans in that hospital just because of planning. And one of the things that our committee is looking at, and I think is absolutely critically important for the future of the VA, is an asset review. The VA is a landlord. They have over 1,300 buildings that some they use, don't, some are falling down, some are very modern.
Work of over 400,000 alumni. Learn why ASU is ranked top 5 nationally.
A head-to-head competition featuring Monster Jam trucks, speedsters, and ATVs. See Great Digger, El Toro Loco, and more. Compete in an arena event where every athlete is in it for winning. Tickets start at just $15. Come
Contre les gens qui se victimisaient face au comportement.
MonsterJam.com. That's MonsterJam.com. Additional fees apply.
KOA News Radio.
850 AM.
94.1 FM.
And at KOANewsRadio.com.
So KOA Denver, wow, this is the one that's almost 900 miles away from me. Love the sync control. It's amazing.
Les gens vous écrivent naturellement. Les gens qui vous écrivent naturellement, est-ce qu'ils ont une moyenne d'âge? Tu sais, prix d'ouvert ou...
Pas du tout. Non, moi, ça commence à peu près à 13-14 ans, puis ça va jusqu'à 80.
860 Toronto.
Le pouls de la population qui vous a écrit, en tout cas, vous en avez reçu des messages qui allaient dans le monde? Absolument. Ah, tout.
Committed that New York will fill in the gap.
These are American citizens. These are our brothers and sisters. We are going to rebuild a Puerto Rico that has never been before.
In the Hunts Point section of the Bronx, Mike Smeltz, WCBS News Radio 880.
Mayor de Blasio will be in Albany on Monday. He's going to try to persuade
more station call headers.
his budget. The visit comes
Nice.
as he and the governor are fighting again.
WCBS out of New York City.
To your guest. I voted for President Trump, and
The West was still young when United States Marshal Wild Bill Hickok and his faithful deputy Jingles cast their shadows to flames. Men lived and died by violence, and a fast draw meant a longer life when the chips were down. That's the way things were the day that Wild Bill and Jingles plunged headlong into the deadlock at Silver Sight.
Cool. Old time classic. On some faint station.
previously they were allied. Leading ministers in the internationally recognized administration were...
You know, they found the Dead Sea Scrolls. We have New Testament's real writing.
So as you can see, directional sensitive for a lot of stations. Very. So I'm just leaving it in this direction for the video.
One air restoration expert ahead of the curve with the latest technology.
The expert evidence was overwhelming. That first past the post, the system we currently use, winner take all, is not suited to a democracy, but I don't think that the candidate, Justin Trudeau, when he made the promise, had done his homework first. And I don't think the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, had done it.
Snap LeBron James back into being LeBron James.
Water out of the
bank. Now, as Lou Williams and the Clippers visit Russell Westbrook and the Thunder, covered Eastern on most ESPN radios. Winner in his first game.
Why run around pallets of wasteful plastic bottles or gigantic jugs? With Connecticut, worry-free water comes to us from the tap.
You all right?
Have you heard from her lately?
Well, no, not since. She's in trouble. That's it, isn't it?
I thought you might be here. Didn't you know she remarried?
Well, I haven't heard from her since she was here last... 6 months ago.
Did that strike you as odd?
Well, she often didn't write for long times.
She left 2 suitcases.
That's paycheckproof.com. You don't have to be some slick trader or know a bunch of fancy terms. Go to paycheckproof.com.
Already, actually. Oh, yeah.
Yay for call letters again. This radio is just going to be one of my favorites. I mean, wow. It was expensive, but it's amazing.
Shows the way this plane struck. This plane was in a death spiral.
This hour at KMOX, we're high-balling down Route 66 with the pedal to the metal. This is your designated driver, Johnny Rabbit, definitely not asleep at the wheel, and neither is the killer, Jerry Lee Lewis.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
It's Route 66, where we remember the music the other stations forgot. Saturday nights.
Hey, it's Chris Raby. What do I love about KMOX Sports in the city of St. Louis? Everywhere you go, sports. Who are the Cardinals going to pick?
Kind of good to know. KMOX on Saturday nights does some classic music. Very cool.
To explain how we got there.
Well, in my book, Hey Buddy, we talk about the details of the crash and what exactly happened. And we worked with a retired NTSB investigator, Dick Rodriguez.
And you're trying to tell me God doesn't have blueprint? Now, sure, we don't pray about what color socks to put on or what to have for lunch. But the fact that we don't pray about every detail of our lives, God has a plan of our lives. Yes, God has a blueprint, a plan.
He had actually started believing that Buddy had survived and he doomed in 2007 because he had just heard so much about these conspiracy theories, and he had actually started believing that Buddy had survived and his father had survived. His father was crawling. His son, Jay, actually had the body consumed in 2007 because he had just heard so much about these conspiracy theories.
We got two stations kind of buried.
Believing that Buddy had survived and his father had survived. His father was calling for help, and Buddy shot him. Which, you know, is documented verifiably. Not true. But he had the body, and there were two things that were found.
Pretty hard when they're powering over each other.
The second thing was found is
If they're next to each other, it's easier.
We're all in it together. We know you love your son. Can you decline here? I'm throwing it out there. From here and there. If I'm LeBron, that would be a deterrent. As much as you love to play with Lonzo Ball, that would be a deterrent, in my opinion. I don't know whether free agents will look at it that way. You know, if Paul George goes there and he's not knocking it
By the way, FBI and the Department of Justice and our civilian representatives
serving in our military, they're the
based on content, on discounting the content other than the Democrats on the House Democrat Committee.
Para poder fazerem este tempo durante o fim de semana, preparar esta receita.
I think it's that 1610 out of Toronto that I found the other day.
Demora cerca de 20 minutos a preparar.
$16.20 hazardous radio. Okay. Well, there we go. The first taste of the Sony EX-MK2. Sorry, EX5MK2. Hope you love that little starter, and we'll explore this radio in the future. Maybe do some comparison matchups and some FM, just so you can hear what it sounds like. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, do a thumbs up icon. If you wish to see more of these videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell icon to be notified. Usually I put a video out every night at 7 o'clock, so if you're wondering when, that's the time. And if you want to comment about this radio, feel free to use the comment section below. Ask me questions. We'll go over it. There's a lot that this radio can do. It's just a really amazing radio. I'm real happy to own it. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.